And welcome into a brand new episode of Sports Talk. Thanks for tuning in on Blue Ridge 11. It is July 15th. I'm Chad Landers. The PSAC is suspending all fall sports. Millersville, Kutztown, Westchester, all those schools.
What caught me by surprise was December 31st, because now you're going into the winter season. Because let's face it, basketball in the collegiate level gets underway in November. It's sad. It's tragic, because this is a big part of college for a lot of kids.
The PSAC is also looking at options of shifting their fall sports competitions to the spring semester.
It's just such a mixed message from the NCAA overall to say to certain conferences in certain places, hey, you're getting a conference schedule and we're going to put you in a bubble in some capacity. But we don't have any way to do that, or it's too risky. No sports for you. Just
earlier today, the PIAA tweeted out that the PIAA is moving forward with the start of fall sports as scheduled. Direct quote from Dr. Bob Lombardi, who leads the PIAA. He said to an LMP reporter, "Right now it's status quo, and we would like to hold serve on the start of fall sports and compliment schools on their health and safety plans."
It gives hope that to the high school boys and girls that whether it's field hockey, soccer, football, you're going to keep on and proceed as normal.
ALYSSA MANLEY was such a special athlete at Warwick, and it was kind of ironic because Warwick has had so many Division I field hockey players. You really didn't know how special she was.
Oh, and goal. Great shot. That was an absolute rocket from the top of the circle. ALYSSA MANLEY on that goal.
When you say ALYSSA and you have, Olympic Games on your resume, that's as good as it gets.
At the high school level, ALYSSA was a tremendous athlete. She just could run and run and run and never get fatigued at all. And then, of course, her skill level was so high at a very, very young age.
It is indeed the number 2 seed, Gabby Girola Hill, from the winter, moving on to the finals. The Cinderella run for Chase Yarborough is over.
The NBA can get going safely, and they don't seem to be having any major issues. If Major League Baseball gets going and they don't seem to have any major issues, I think college football is going to find a way to figure it out.
Well, and I'm thinking, if anything, if they do kind of push it back to later September, what that does is that it will buy them some time to kind of monitor, what's going on as far as cases are concerned, and if there's either an uptick or a downturn, and it does buy them some time. Major college football, helps support so many other sports programs and money to the school, and so this could be a huge financial effect on a number of major universities.
Those 3, I think it's San Jose State, have just been canceled. Those are gone. So, and you see, you start to see some of the Big Ten contests there. Those could get all slid up to September 5th. Those could stay where they are.
Question mark after question mark is what it boils down to.
The PR battle on this was lost years ago. And it's long since time that Daniel Snyder had to recognize that this battle he was waging was over. He's about 20 years late on this. I think what's sad is that they'll probably go for something extremely boring that risks not offending anyone ever again in history.
No fans at the Eagles games. I think we were already prepared to have no fans at the Phillies games.
No Eagles, no Flyers, no Sixers, no Mummers Parade, no Thanksgiving Parade.
Think about what we're going to get. We can actually really hear these guys talking to each other when they're yelling at the ref after the play.
Okay.
So we might get some of the most interesting sort of at-home fan experience that we've never had before.
All right. Well, then I guess I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for convincing me of that.
Somebody better be quick on the mute button, though.
Or not. See, these are
the swear button. Yeah.
Very stereotypical of Dallas Cowboys. You can go back to Deion Sanders and Emmitt Smith, all these guys, holding out for that bigger deal. And at some point, Jerry seems to come up with the money.
They're trying to test it out, see if it will in fact be another safeguard for this virus. By the way, they have already been distributed to the Los Angeles Rams and the Chargers, and then they're hoping to get them out to more of the 32 teams here in the coming weeks.
Ask the 350-pound nose tackle and the linebackers that's running all over the field, and as far as the airflow going into the helmet.
Eric, would you like J-Lo and A-Rod to own your team?
Anybody. I mean, their kids could probably run the team better than the Wilpons did.
I like bobblehead J-Lo night. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. Players are down in the bubble. They're trying to get adjusted to the bubble. And there's been some bad boys down there violating the bubble rules. Rashawn Holmes allegedly went out for some food and his mother was not too happy about it and tweeted at him. And she says on Twitter, "You only crossed the line for your mama's cooking and I was not in Florida, sir."
When you ask a large number of 19 to 24-year-olds to live in a bubble, highly paid 19 to 24-year-olds to live in a bubble, there's going to be some hijinks. Let's not kid ourselves.
Would you call the snitching hotline, Eric?
I think the team needs to intervene,
Sure.
and the NBA in general, saying, look, we are trying to put this together and finish out a season. We need everybody, and I mean everybody, to be on the straight and narrow here.
Philadelphia doing pretty well, actually. They're 2 games in, and they're 2-0. They've got a game coming up on Monday against Orlando City SC.
This is what makes any tournament fun, right? This is a chance for a team that isn't necessarily going to be good enough to win a season-long championship to get hot in a tournament, and that's what fans are excited about.
Have you seen this?
Actually, this is really just about a powerful boat dragging a guy along for a ride. Push-ups are irrelevant. He's just a bobber getting dragged along through the waters.
How do you do a push-up moving at that velocity on water?
Backwards. Can't thank you enough for tuning in for another episode of Sports Talk. We will see you right back here, same place, same time,